How dangerous he is. Let's talk about Auburn defensively. What do they have to do?
Yeah, I think you can't allow Alabama to have two weapons against you. Yes, Jalen Milroe's good, but Auburn has to stop the run. And to do that, they're going to have to load the box. And I think the key players for Auburn are their two secondary players, the corners. Nehemiah Pritchard, DJ James, two of their best players. They're going to have to go man-to-man, load that box, and make it Jalen Milroe and see if he can beat him with a one-man show.
You know, we think we know the mindset of the coaches because we get a chance to spend time with them on Friday. But coming off a disappointing loss, and I mean disappointing in New Mexico State last week, Auburn wasn't supposed to lose that. So, you know, what Hugh Freeze, what's he thinking about?
Yeah, I think it started right at the beginning of the week. I think he looked at his team and said, if we're going to beat this Alabama team, we got to believe. You got to believe in yourself, your teammates. Believe that this place at home, we can win this game. If we don't believe, who's going to believe?
And Nick Saban, on the other hand, 9 straight wins. They know they've got a date with Georgia and Atlanta next week. How about their mindset?
I think it's back to the process for Nick. You've got to respect the game, respect your opponent, and all the work you go. You just can't show up today. The process has to be the key.
Funny, talking about respect, two guys that respect each other, coaching against each other. With more on that is Jenny.
Well, guys, we have a new Friendsgiving tradition between the head coaches, Nick Saban and Hugh Freeze, and it's called the Iron Bowl now. They haven't coached against each other in 6 years, but they've spent a lot of time together off the field. Now, Nick and his wife, Miss Terry, he has actually hosted Hugh Freeze and his wife, Jill, at their lake house. The coaches enjoy playing golf together. All that quality time has led to a deep-rooted friendship. Now, Freeze said when he was out of the game for 2 years, it was Coach Saban who was a pillar of support and one of his biggest encouragers. And despite the fact that Saban, he calls Saban the king and the gold standard, there is a hunger here to beat Alabama, something Freeze has done twice while at Ole Miss. But, guys, their friendship, it's being put aside today.
Boy, for sure, very few people can say that they've ever beaten Nick Saban twice. The weather, the first time they played this game was in 1893. They played it in February. I think we got better weather today, actually. It's beautiful.
It is perfect.
Auburn won the toss, and they want the football. 88th meeting. Alabama with the lead by 12 in games. They've won 3 straight. And we're set on a beautiful day in Auburn. Will Reichard's got it teed up for the Tide. Brian Battie and Jarquez Hunter are back deep for the Tigers. One more time for the Iron Bowl. Here we go. And they're going to bring it out. You talk about gutsy, Brian Battie. And good return out to the 25. And that's where they're going to work. So electing to receive. They want the ball first, and they want Papa John's starting lineup, and they want their quarterback to play like he has over the course of the last month. Peyton Thorne, the transfer from Michigan State, had a nice string of games when they were on a 3-game winning streak. Last week, not so good, but his numbers weren't that bad last week, but the overall play wasn't good.
When we were here early for the Georgia game, everybody had doubts, but he's earned the team's respect.
Yep. So first down from the 24. Fakes it to Hunter. Thorne wanted to sidearm it. Now just kind of shot puts it out there, incomplete.
Yeah, I think it was Luke Deal was looking and thought Peyton Thorne was going to run at the last second. He got the chest pass or the one-handed flip, and as you see it, Luke Deal says, I'll block, just as the ball was being delivered.
And Deontay Lawson let him have it. After that, he's back in the lineup, which is good news for the Alabama linebacking core. Hunter flushes out of the backfield. Thorne comes near side, completes. Tiptoeing out of bounds is Rivaldo Fairweather.
I think he was had his foot out of bounds when he caught it.
He is their leading receiver in receptions, yards, and touchdowns.
3rd and long. Auburn will go fast. They do not want Alabama to substitute.
And we got a whistle and a flag.
Boy, 3 mistakes for Auburn on the first 3 plays.
False start. Offense. Not all 11 players were set prior to the snap. 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
First play, the quarterback's trying to pitch it. The tight end's trying to block. The next play, you complete a pass. Tight end's standing out of bounds. And then you try to go fast and get a 5-yard penalty.
So now they're really behind the sticks. 3rd down at 15.
And Alabama gets to substitute and bring those 2 edge rushers in.
Empty backfield as Thorne's in trouble. trying to run out of it, and he throws at the last second. I think he might have been over the line of scrimmage. It's incomplete. And Luke Deal, the intended receiver. And Terry and Arnold is the guy that's down.
Yeah, he was over by a good bit, wasn't he?
I thought so, by at least a stride.
Edge rushers get in the game, and you know what happened is they called him out of bounds before he threw it. Did he step out of bounds before he threw the ball?
At any rate, not a good opening series, that's for sure.
Because they just gave Auburn a 5-yard gain on the play. They're going to review this.
The ruling of a pass behind the line is under video review. Timeout.
Remember, it was 3rd and 15, and now they've got 4th and 10.
And Gene Steratore is with us on, I thought he was way over the line.
Yes,
Gene?
by 1.5 yards.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with both of you guys. Now remember, a spot foul from where the ball released from the quarterback's hand. 5 yards from that spot, loss of downs. So in essence, probably a 9-yard net loss from where we were originally here, guys, right? So that's what they're looking at now.
It means Oscar Chapman's going to be punting closer to his own goal line than he would have been.
Yeah, it's going to be like, what, 4th and 20, 4th and 19? Is that what you're saying, Gene?
Yeah, my view here, Gary, is it looks like it leaves his hand right about with the right foot at the 20-yard line. So if that back foot would be the spot of the foul, you'd go from the 20 back to the 15, loss of down. Be like about a 3rd and 19, as you said. Yeah.
4th and 19. You lose it down 4th and 19.
Right.
I would think it would be 4th and 20. Wouldn't you give the 5 yards from the previous spot of the play?
Jason Autry will clear it up for us right here. We think.
After video review, the passer threw the ball beyond the line of scrimmage. Therefore, illegal forward pass, offense number 1. The penalty is 5 yards from the spot of the foul with the loss of down. It'll be 4th down for Auburn from the 15-yard line.
Gene had it. So he was 1 yard across, so 5 yards from there, 4th and 19. Either way, a terrible first series for Auburn.
Yep. And remember, they won the toss and elected to take the ball. And there's Terry and Arnold going down weirdly on his right elbow and shoulder, defending that pass. So now Caleb Downs, a freshman, back deep as Chapman will punt from near his own goal line. Downs, see if he's going to feel that he's going to get out of the way.
Well, that turned out well.
He turned.
Auburn, those are the ones as a coaching staff, you want your guy back there to catch those. That's a 10-yard loss.
Well, remember, Kool-Aid McKinstry was pulled from that job last week. Downs was put in there in his stead. And so a little bit of punt return problems for Alabama. 54-yard punt as we take a look at our lineups for Alabama. Brought to you by Papa John's. Starts with Jalen Milroe. Out of Katy, Texas, his 3rd season in Tuscaloosa. And every game he seems to get better and better. But this is his first start here in this atmosphere. First down from the 31. Jace McClellan blasts through a hole and picks up almost 12 on his first carry.
So when Alabama made a commitment this year to become more balanced, that offensive line had to grow, and they are growing now, and they're gashing people in the running game.
And they're going with tempo as well. Alabama, Milroe to the sideline. Burton makes the catch, and he's close to another first down. Here's the rest of the group. We mentioned Jace McClellan closing in out on 800-yard season so far, and Hugh Freeze told us yesterday, it doesn't matter what you do with Jalen Milroe, if you don't stop that guy, you're going to have a long day.
I agree with that.
So back-to-back first downs, and Alabama already in Auburn territory. McClellan bounced off his own man and picks up about 5 against the Auburn defense. Auburn defensively, Marcus Harris on the inside trying to plug holes in there, and he's their leading sack man as well with 6 on the season. One of the seniors introduced today at Auburn on senior day.
I thought J.C. Latham might have had a late hit on that play. See if he gets called. They're discussing it.
After the play, personal foul, late hit for unnecessary roughness, offense number 65. 15-yard penalty from the end of the play. It remains second down.
Good call, partner.
You know who I think saw it first, even before me, the crowd. They reacted, so I started looking around what's going on. But watch, number 65 at the end of the play, left side, engages, and then one more hit just outside. Both hands kind of shoved him.
So that's the only thing that stopped Alabama on this march so far. Backs them up on their side of midfield. And on the end around, only about a 2-yard gain for Kendrick Law. Now the Auburn defense fired up.
This Auburn defense was kept off balance by New Mexico State last week, where they just went slow. Their quarterback ran around. They never really got into the fight. Alabama just gave them an opportunity to get in the fight with the penalty.
DJ James with a nice tackle, and it forces third down and 17.
And Auburn has to win third and long.
Dupree, the tight end, will set up on the left side as Milroe bobbles the snap a little bit. And now he's getting some heat. Late throw down the middle and got it complete. And still going. Malik Benson all the way down to the 21-yard line.
So how about that time that Jalen Milroe had to throw? Remember, 2 years ago, 7 sacks. Look at that offensive line now. Step up. You give the quarterback that much time. Milroe loves to throw the ball downfield.
Well, they don't win on third and long. They give up a 33-yard catch and run. And a first down at the 22. Again, the snap's a little off. Milroe completes to the sideline at about the 11-yard line to Burton. That's another tied first down.
You know, it's starting to become apparent already, just like that Texas A&M game.
Harold Burton's a big guy.
They started to go, let's target number 3, create a pressure point against this defense, and then see what Auburn adjusts from there.
Jermaine Burton, as Gary said, against Texas A&M, just had an unbelievable performance in that game. And he's already involved here today. From the 11-yard line, first down, Alabama. This is Roydell Williams. Williams weaving his way through traffic, and he got down to about the 2. It'll be second down and a yard. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown.
Sometimes your opponent gives you a chance to stop them. You get a penalty late. You get third and long. I thought it was the key to the game. If you get Alabama in third and long, you can't let them off the mat. They're too powerful when they start making these first downs.
And that's what you like to see when you're trying to win ball games. Touchdown on 17 straight drives. They're at the 2-yard line with a second down and 1. 2 tight ends set. Roydell Williams is the guy that got him there, and he's got him in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama.
We've been watching Alabama play football for 3-4 years with that finesse passing offense with Bryce Young. Look how different it looks now. They're just loving getting in there, running it inside, double teaming, getting those big, massive bodies on you, and producing first downs in that running game.
Will Reichert will come in for the point after. The all-time leading scorer in the SEC, looking to add one more to his resume. And it's up and good. So even when Auburn thought they had Alabama a little bit on the ropes on a third down and long, they gave up a 33-yard completion. And then Milroe with that throw. And Roydell Williams coming in and scores from 2 yards out. His 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Tide leads 7-0.
Let me show you what goes on behind the scenes when making a shakaroni.
Bust it.
We created shakaroni my way, an extra large pizza topped with extra cheese and extra pepperoni. It's a simple recipe. We take everything you love, then we build it bigger. Pizza gets bigger when you shakaroni.
Around here, Saturdays don't just happen. Saturdays are in the details. It takes the X's, the O's, and the T's. It bounces.
One of the top kickers in the country is Will Reichert. Has just moved into a tie for second on the all-time career points list with Kenneth Dixon, the running back, and only one guy in front of him. And if Will gets 9 or 10 points today, he'll be the man that everybody will be chasing in that category. Had a great career at Alabama.
That's for sure.
Auburn brought it out last time, and they're going to bring it out again. Batty. Whoa! Flag down, and it's going to be a face mask. And that should give him a first down out around the 20. Kendrick Law, I think, is the guy. Whoa.
Man.
That hurts way up here.
Brian Batty has been basically a kickoff return guy, but that one, you're reaching out. I get it.
During the turn, illegal block in the back. Return team number 44. The penalty is half the distance from the end of the run. It'll be first down Auburn.
Wait a second. It's got to be on both sides. They can't miss that, can they?
He almost turned his helmet around backwards.
This is the problem with replay right here. I mean, okay, I get it. Maybe there's a block in the back, but there for sure
is a face
penalty.
Team's territory's with us. I mean, this is as blatant as you're ever going to get.
Man, that is frustrating.
It is, guys. And you know what you're hoping is one official is looking at the runner, action on the runner. The referee in this case behind the play, he's looking at the block. Okay, he sees the block in the back.
Will they not look up at the scoreboard? They're showing it.
Wow. It's an uncomfortable feeling, Gary, but you can't look up and officiate from the scoreboard.
Wow.
That's the worst non-call I've seen this year.
I mean, we've seen face masks where the hand rubs across the face mask. You can get it, but you know, you'd have to not understand football not to see this.
Wow. And Hugh Freeze obviously is thinking the same thing, and so are 88,000 fans in here. But at any rate, that's Auburn at the 8-yard line, second down and 6. I don't get it. And no gain on that play.
Well, and if you're Auburn right now, you just have to look forward. You're just going to have to forget that. The crowd won't, obviously, but you're just going to have to put your head down and say, we got a bad break. Well, let's try to figure out a way to get a first down. Let's not add to it by making big mistakes here ourselves.
The people that aren't booing are in total shock.
Yes.
Some people are noisy and some are just going, are you kidding me? Meanwhile, it's third down and 4. Auburn has not been a good third down team this year, around 34%.
Well, the only thing is Auburn, you've got to figure the officials are going to give you one here, a close one pretty soon.
Peyton Thorne looking to throw near his own goal line. Too far in front of Jarquez Hunter.
When you're throwing to running backs, you've got to put it on them. They just have trouble, you know, with those receiver catches that they make look good. You got to get it into the body. Open, would have had an opportunity to turn up. The ball was it tipped? I couldn't see it. It looked like a spiral all the way.
So now Chapman's going to be kicking in his own end zone this time.
Yeah, that was an inaccurate ball. So far, this Auburn offense getting a bad break, I get it, but they've been hurting themselves.
Caleb Downs again is on the other end. He didn't catch the last punt. Let's see what he does with this one. This one he fields cleanly at the 49-yard line. So great field position, and I don't blame the fans here at Jordan-Hare Stadium, and I don't blame Hugh Freeze. Boy, you missed some calls, but went after Chad Green, the head linesman, who did a really good job of ignoring him.
Yeah, I got to think that you might have gone after him harder than that, though, with the way you were. Don't you think?
Oh, man, I'm upset. I just told you during the break I got to get over
this. Settle down.
So Alabama, great field position, starting in Auburn territory.
Nice
Just McClellan, nice play there, no gain. As Keontae Scott, who's been having a nice season, in on the tackle.
That's what you have to do. I really believe those corners for Auburn, you have to get up, take man-to-man, take some gambles, and get that box. Either whether you're loading in with your safeties or blitzing with your linebackers, you must stop the tailback first.
Empty backfield for Jalen Milroe on second down and 9. Plenty of time to scan the field. Now running out of time, and he will run with it and get what he can and tiptoe out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down. So nice coverage there.
Here's what happens. Everybody does their job here. Nobody open. And Marcus Harris, number 50, has a shot on him, okay? But he's got a better athlete right there, and he's tough to tackle. Another big play. That's what he's been doing the last 6-7 games, the defense.
And now he makes the third down a manageable one. Third down and 3. Alabama converts on half their third downs this year.
Also like the way that Alabama's been using Kendrick Law lately, bringing him in, partial wide receiver, partial running back. He's in the game now.
Jermaine Burton in motion. McClellan goes the other way, and he stood up and stopped. Short Larry Nixon put his head in there in a form tackle for Nixon.
Yeah, now that's Auburn middle linebacker football right there. That's what this crowd grew up watching. Tailback runs the ball, the middle linebacker fills and takes it on. And they've been doing that here for 50 years. Right. Tailback being tackled by the middle linebacker like that.
And now it's 4th and a long one for Alabama. They'll go for it. They haven't gone much this year. Only one conversion on 2 attempts. And they're going. And here comes the guy Gary was talking about. Kenrick Law will take it to the house.
Remember when I told you they were going to get a call? They're going to come right here. Right here.
It's going to negate a touchdown run of 40 yards.
Not saying it's not a penalty, but you knew you were going to get one back. I think it was C.J. Decree, number 81, the tight end, got his man and turned him. Nice call to Law this time. Watch left side, right over to the outside. He turns him in. He's got his hand right there on the inside, and that's the call. Just spun him a bit, but anything close, you know that Auburn was going to get one back.
Okay, now I can breathe easier.
There you go.
Well, it negates a 40-yard touchdown that would have made it a 2-score game already, and instead, Alabama's got a punt.
You know, it's like, everybody preaches 60 minutes, 60 minutes, but when you take the ball, you have to survive early. You can't be making mistakes early when you take the football like Auburn, and it was close to being over early.
James Burnett, the punter off the side of his foot.
Yes, he did.
He goes out around. They're going to run it up. Somebody caught it over there on the sideline at about the 25.
Position. Let's see if this Auburn offense can get some running help for the offense.
That would be Jarquez Hunter.
There it is.
And he's going to go for more than 10. That's what they needed to get going. Terrion Arnold, who was shaken up earlier, made the tackle.
I really believe that this Auburn passing offense is not good enough without help from that tailback. Last week against New Mexico State, he only had 8 touches for 27 yards. I think he needs 18 touches in this game.
He had 2 touchdowns last year against Alabama, 1 on the ground and 1 in the air. And here he goes again. Jarquez Hunter. Blockers in front. He's got it all the way to the 15-yard line. Dallas Turner saved a touchdown.
He did, but it'll go quick. Auburn will go fast now. That's Hugh Freeze's trademark. Good job inside out. Good block that time by Luke Deal coming across.
A 42-yard pickup. And Auburn in the red zone. Damari Alston will give Jarquez Hunter a breather after that long run. And he'll get the carry. And he's got a big game. 8 or 9 before Jalen Key makes his stop.
Again, keep that Alabama defense on the field. Go fast.
And they will on 2nd down and a long yard. And now it's going to be 1st and goal. Auburn trying to tie things up here with 5.5 minutes to go in the 1st quarter.
Again, Alabama cannot get in their goal line defense. The same players that were running the last 4 plays are in there, and they got to be winded.
Just inside the 4-yard line, 1st and goal. 2 tight ends in for the Tigers. Little confusion on who goes where. Now they're set. And it's Alston in the backfield with the ball. Plowing ahead and into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
The running game, the tailback running game, the staple, basically, of Auburn football, if you really want to be honest. And that's what led to that football drive. They needed it, and that offensive line and those tailbacks made it happen. How fast from 14-0 to 7-7 did that happen?
I guess. Alex McPherson in for the point after to try to tie things up at the 5-minute mark.
Taking a peek. Oh, I think he was across before his knees went down.
I do too. At least they're looking at it, and we'll get one more look here as he dives, balls across.
They're going to count it.
And McPherson in for the point after. Ten minutes into the game, a tie game.
I would say Hugh Freeze is going to look to be in a better mood as the last time we saw him.
5 plays, all runs to cover 68 yards and a Tiger touchdown.